Welcome back to Chef's Corner, everybody. Today I'm going to be going over a recipe that I kind of modified from my grandma's recipe. My grandma Vina on my mom's side used to make these really good salmon patties that we would have. And they were just delicious. They were fried in butter, and I love anything fried in butter. So very good recipe, and I kind of modified it to be something that you could bake and also had cream cheese components. So I'm going to be going over this salmon cake recipe. This recipe is good served with any kind of side dish, a quinoa salad, some rice, basically anything you want on the side. It's a great main dish, and that's what I'm going to be going over today. So what we have here is we have some crackers, we got our seasonings, 2 red onions, some Philadelphia cream cheese. This one is chives, and then we got our main ingredient, canned salmon. Now if you don't can your own salmon, I'm sure you can get canned salmon at the store, and that will be just as good, but we can our own salmon and we love it that way, and so this is what we will be using. It's pretty simple and it's pretty straightforward. You're just gonna put all of these ingredients into a bowl, you're gonna fry up the onions, and then you're going to make it into muffins, into a muffin container. So I'm gonna quickly do the prep work, and then I will discuss this after. Let's get to it. There you go, not very much prep work. It's really just the onions and decanning it and mixing in the salmon. Now the salmon's already pretty salted due to it being canned, so depending on how salty the salmon is, change up the salt component. But for this, we're just gonna put about half a teaspoon in, just to give it a little bit more. For pepper, now there isn't pepper in here, so we are gonna put a full teaspoon of pepper into this mixture. Full teaspoon there. And then my garlic seasoning. This is my favorite garlic seasoning. I use it on everything. My friends will testify to that. We're gonna put a nice big heaping scoop of that in, probably 1 tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of Johnny's garlic seasoning. And then we got dill powder. And we'll put the dill powder in as well, about 1 teaspoon. There we go. So there's the seasonings. Now the cream cheese we're going to use in a minute, but then we're going to put the Ritz cracker crumbs in there, about 2/3 of a cup mixed. And then we're going to put this onion in. Now the onion was probably a bit much, so we're going to put about just over 1 onion in. Now we're gonna put close to 2 onions. We're gonna put the full 2 onions in. Yeah. We made a split time decision that we're gonna put both onions in, and it looks like it was a good decision. So after that, you're gonna mix this up. Now that cracker is really important because that's gonna be holding this together quite a bit for us. And depending on the consistency of your mixture, you may have to decide between going from muffin containers to a loaf. If you go to a loaf, it's really simple. You're just gonna put it on the bottom half and then the top half. I think that's what I'm gonna do right now with this particular one. Just because this one is turning out to be a little bit less consistent with sticking together, we're gonna do it this way. So what I'm gonna have you do is you're gonna put in half of the salmon mixture, and you're going to squish it down on the bottom, forming a base. Then you're going to put a layer of cream cheese in, and then we're gonna put this second base. I'll be right back once this is warmed up. Okay, and we're back, and the cream cheese is melted. So what I'm gonna get you to do after that is you're going to put now a layer of cream cheese on the first layer of salmon. You're going to finish by putting on that second layer. There you have it. You're gonna cook this for about 45 minutes. Once it's done, the cream cheese should just absorb right into the salmon loaf. You can do it in muffin containers, but if you're gonna do it in muffin containers, you're gonna need a higher bread count to what I use. We're more wanting them in individual muffin sizes. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put a little bit on the base of the muffin tray, a spoonful of cream cheese, and then you're gonna close it off with another spoonful of salmon on top. It's really good, it goes with a lot of things. This is not a meal on its own. You do have to add something like a salad or a grain side or something like that, but it is a fantastic main course, and I'm sure your family will love it. So feel free to reach out about any questions about the recipe. As always, the recipe is going to be submitted through our newsletter in a week from today, and from the day that it was submitted. So if you're wanting to get onto that newsletter, make sure you go to Bay Team Mortgage Brokers MB, Bay Team MB, MB stands for Mortgage Brokers, bayteammb.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page, fill out the 3 questions, your name, your email address, and that you would like to receive our newsletter, and you'll be receiving all of the recipe cards. This has been Our Family to Yours. Enjoy.